have a wasp issue, which I like wasps in the greenhouse and around the farm because they're eating the insects that are trying to destroy the plants. But the wasps are going to want to take over all around the porch. And, you know, we like to have events here and people over, and it's just, I don't want someone getting stung. Although if you do get stung by a wasp, I would suggest looking up plantain, because you probably got it growing everywhere, and throughout your day you probably see it many times. But if you ever got stung by a wasp or a bee, you would just pick that leaf and chew it up and put it right on there. It'll stop the pain really fast. So so that was just a side note on the wasp. But so I'm really trying to control them up by the house. And since we don't want to spray, I actually covered everything in plastic at one point outside, all herbs and everything, and tried to spray just around the eaves a little bit. But I was like, there's got to be a better way. So I got boric acid. For the ants, I use sugar and borax. And I make these little traps for the ants, that because wherever there's ants, there's probably aphids, because they're protecting them, and those aphids are going to want to take out the plants. So since we don't spray or use anything like that here, I make these little traps instead, and it's just got sugar and borax in it, and I cover it with tin foil to keep water out. But there's a couple holes on the side, and I just put them where I see they like to walk. The ants like to walk down the PVC, so we just kind of tuck them in around there. But for the wasp, I'm trying this boric acid. It's supposed to be a lot more potent. I think it's in the same family as borax. But what happens is the wasp will not die right away. It'll go into the container and eat some of that, take it back with them, and the queen will end up getting access to it, and it'll wipe out everybody there in their little colony. Is it a colony if it's wasp? I'm not sure. But so all I did was put a cup of sugar in there with some water. Not too much water, because you don't want the wasp to drown. You want them just to eat some and then leave. And then I put 2 tablespoons of the boric acid in there, and I just now did that. And so I'm going to close this up, kind of shake it up, and I'm going to tie the string around it. I'm going to hang it up by the porch, and I'm going to put holes right about here. I'm going to put this stick through, and that way it's going to go through both holes, and the wasps will, you want them to have a place to enter and exit easily. So they'll go in, travel in, eat a little bit, and then take a snack back home. And I'm sorry, wasp, it's just getting to the point that someone's got to go. So I'll let you know how it goes. First time I've used this. I've used other, like, where they just drown in sugar and borax, but this is supposed to be different because it takes, like I said, takes it back to their whole family, and should reduce the amount of wasps that we have without having to spray, because that's the goal with everything, is to not spray. The only thing I've had to spray on the plants is soap and water so far. Well, and kale and clay on the fruit trees, but that's just a clay, and it just helps keep the birds from eating the fruit, and the Japanese beetle from destroying everything on the tree. So that's it for today. Thank you.